I cannot stand Mr. Baseball.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I knew it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I tried to throw a little bit back.
Love that logo, love that jersey, love that color scheme, everything about it.
Welcome to episode 64 of the Knowledge Sports Podcast, the home of sports talk for everyone. I'm David.
I'm Jason.
Welcome aboard. Episode 64. Damn, who knew we were beyond this long?
No one.
Oh, man. So what you drinking tonight?
So I've gone back to the Soda Stream to try and save some money. So I have Soda Stream Diet Fountain Mist. It's their Mountain Dew. It's serviceable. I mean, it doesn't taste like Mountain Dew, but...
Like, how far off is it? Because you know how I am with Mountain Dew. How far off is it?
It is a generic tasting dew type beverage. How's that?
So, no. Okay.
I mean, it could be called Mountain Thunder by certain companies. It could be called Mountain Lightning. It could be called Mountain Springs for all I care.
I'm just trying to think. What's the Walmart? Was it Mountain Lightning
Mountain
for
Lightning.
Walmart?
It's Mountain Lightning. But Pepsi owns them. So they are releasing Pepsi syrup now. So I ordered some Pepsi Zero, even though I'm a Coke guy. And the Starry Zero, I ordered that. I'm waiting for them to introduce the Mountain Dew syrup. But it's just to save some bucks because soda's going up. I can't justify what I was paying to have soda in the house. So
yeah,
you got to think
it's not cheap.
The syrup's $7 and it makes 9 liters of soda. So you're thinking you get how many 2 liters out of that?
Well, at least 3, because 3 is normally $7 at Walmart for the actual brand name. At
So there you
$2.50 a
go.
pop. Yeah, I just got special apple juice.
I heard you
It
need
is-
someone to come look at your boiler.
It is special
A
apple
maker,
juice.
if you will. Anyway. So tonight we're trying something new here. A little inside baseball. We've been having a hard time coming up with 3 topics for every show, and I'm sure you're all aware that the second period gets shorter and shorter pretty much every week. So to save ourselves some frustration,
And ripping
on
our
the
hair
creative end of it, we're just doing two halves. First half and a second half. The second half's probably going to be basically what the third period was. Just something fun to talk about. First period will probably be something as topical as can be. But it's just to make
bouncing
things
around.
a little easier for us. Yeah.
Hey, gotta try something new.
No, it's been almost 4 years. So 3 years, something like that.
I can't count that high. I can only get to C. You know, I don't need to be counting on my toes here. So, on to the first half. Had to stop myself because I almost said first period, but no, first half. Going through some rule changes or possible rule changes in Major League Sports, really. The NFL, I was reading that they could possibly go to what the XFL is doing with their kickoffs. Now,
I think first and foremost, we need to specify this is part new information and part update because we covered the MLB stuff already. So this is part update, part new stuff. The NFL stuff's new. The MLB stuff's an update.
yeah, is what's going to
Don't want to
come,
mislead the listener.
But for those who don't know, the XFL, when they do the kickoffs, it's both teams line up 5 yards from each other. And when the kicker kicks the ball, once the receiving team catches the ball, then the kicking team can attack. So pretty much this helps reduce the high impact collisions, reduce injuries, things like that. So reading amongst this, I saw an article that saying the NFL might be taking this rule.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Look, the last time the original XFL, not XFL 2.0 from pre-COVID, the original XFL from 2001, they did things that ended up influencing the NFL. I mean, they were the first ones to do that Skycam thing that the NFL immediately took on as soon as the XFL died.
Well, of course.
I mean, sometimes you got to look at other places for inspiration and innovation. And, you know, the NFL's a little slow to adopt things sometimes, but when they see a good idea, they definitely pounce on it.
And the thing is, though, watching the XFL games, I really don't notice anything taken away from the kickoffs like that. I really don't see.
No.
I don't see anything taken away from it at all. Sometimes the players get down there, at a good time, at a good speed that stops them close to where they caught the ball. Other times you get a good run.
I will say I think the XFL games so far have been fun to watch.
Yes, they have been. Absolutely, they have been. Especially like when you get the 2-point conversions, 3-point conversions.
The 3-point conversion. It's new and it's interesting, and
it is.
You need that sometimes. It's not a bad thing.
That and the onside kick, or an onside option, let's say.
Yeah, right.
Where you got the one play of 4th and 15 to get the first down.
Right.
Which I find that interesting too. Give that.
Well,
option there.
It's another situation where they're looking at player safety.
Because an onside kick, and that can definitely be a high impact.
It can be dicey.
Because, yeah. But so I find that interesting because I think a team came back to win because of I think it was a 2 or 3-point conversion. Then they did the onside kick, or I say the onside play.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember myself because I was watching
San Antonio against the Battlehawks from Week 1.
Something like that.
Hines Ward is the coach of San Antonio, right?
Yes.
I want to say they
yes.
had a commanding lead in that game, and then whomever their opponent was, which I think it was the Battlehawks.
Was it the Sea Dragons versus Battlehawks?
I thought it was the Brahmas. Maybe I'm wrong. It's Week 1. I know it was Week 1. So whatever that game was.
I was going to say I'm in Week 2 here, and it's Danny's score was 20-18.
Give me a second here. Because I could have swore it was a Week 1. Because I remember watching it. I think it was a Sunday game.
Either way, a lot of the games have been really good with just the regular gameplay.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, some games were close. Some games were blowouts.
It was St. Louis versus the Brahmas. St. Louis came back to win 18-5.
18-15?
18-15. You know, it's late.
Yeah, I knew it was. I don't know. I thought it was because the following week they had another close game with Either way, the games are actually fun to watch, and very interesting to see like some of their rules on how they're implemented throughout.
Instead of attempting the onside kick, the teams opted for a 4th and 15 play that, if successful, would extend the drive.
And
the drive further extended by a roughing the passer penalty that put St. Louis in San Antonio territory. St. Louis was successful, and they had the chance to tie or take the lead, which they ended up doing with a minute left in the game.
Yeah, so it's when you get games like that, it makes it fun. Plus, also there's a lot of other games that have been really close.
And if anything, this is going to put pressure on the USFL to deliver because
Oh yeah, well,
the XFL is delivering.
yeah, it's not just like a showboat, being that they have Dwayne Johnson as their
He hate
spokesperson
me.
and
No, he hate me's this time.
right? Actual names. But no, they are delivering. They are putting up good games. I mean, yes, some games are blowing out games, but we expect that. Even you see that in the NFL, even.
Yeah, you see that at all levels.
Yeah, but the fact that these games are actually good play games.
And I believe one of the quarterbacks, I want to say it's the Sea Dragons, their quarterback in a span of 2 years played in the NFL, the CFL, the USFL, and now the XFL.
Damn, that's not good.
Well, I think that he's the first.
Yeah, that's not good. Of course, I sent you this earlier. XFL quarterback reportedly cut from team after giving opposing team plays from the playbook.
Oh,
I read that. I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
oh. Also, so the Sea Dragons quarterback also is familiar to you and I and anyone who watched John Boy's floorball tournament. Ben DiNucci played for, was it Forgotten Rotten?
That's funny. That's funny.
That's great. That's great.
That's fantastic. That's funny. That is good. Another possible rule change for the NFL. The roughing the passer could be put up for instant replay.
I'm okay with that.
Because that's been a lot of controversy on some of that, which I agree with because you tap the quarterback and it's called, but other times you can body slam him and it's not.
Yeah, and I think sometimes we need, as much as a lot of us complain or wish for a rougher game, we also have to keep in mind that while they're doing this for entertainment, they're still human beings and they have lives beyond football.
Yeah.
And player safety is important and it matters. And sometimes we need to adjust the rules for that purpose.
So right there are two rules that could possibly be implemented into the NFL. Moving to an update with the pitch clock for MLB. I'm laughing my ass off watching some of these pitchers and batters get confused when strike three is called because of the pitch clock. I saw a game end of course, spring training end in a tie because of the pitch clock, because the guy was not set. What was it, 8 seconds? I think the batter has to be facing the pitcher with 8 seconds left on the pitch clock if the pitcher is set on the mound. And they said that, and from what I was watching, he was not set, and the ump called a strike on him, which ended the game. And just the fact that a lot of pitchers are going quick. I should say faster than usual, let's say.
Yeah, faster than usual is what we're seeing with some guys. But at the same time, there's guys in spring training who've been playing this for at least a season or two by now, with the pitch clock. I mean, I'm so used to it from going to minor league games, I don't even notice it. So you got to think there's guys who are earning a spot on the team who've played in the minors who are used to it. But some of the big leaguers it's the big leaguers who got to get used to it, and it's the umpires who have to get used to it. So there's going to be growing pains.
There's going to be almost like a trial period with this to kind of like, okay, this is what I messed up. I got to figure this out now. But I just find it funny just because of just how fast everything's moving. Where before it's like, okay, timeout. Okay, Take another timeout. Okay.
Well, today,
and then it's actually a pitch.
Scherzer on the Mets, who's been kind of taking making the most of his pitch clock. We'll put it that way. It bit him in the ass today. He helped pull off a double play, and it was called off due to him not starting his motion before the clock hit 0. But this is a thing. I mean, there's going to be guys who test the limits of it, and Scherzer's clearly one of those guys, and he was always going to be one of those guys. But this is going to be a thing where if you play with fire, you're going to get burned. And he already got burned in spring training. So hopefully for Mets fans, he learned his lesson, although I highly doubt that. I think he's going to be doing whatever he can. Oh, yeah. It's going to be like the rope break in wrestling. He's going to wait till 4, and then he's going to let go. Just telling you now.
I mean, any pitcher right now is going to test how far they can take this. Even the batters will probably test how far they can take this. I mean, because the fastest strikeout so far at spring training is 20-ish seconds.
Yeah.
Give or take. I mean, that's pretty quick. Yeah, it's definitely going to be yes, it's good. It's definitely going to be a trial and error on both sides of it. Well, not both sides, all sides, because you got some pitchers trying to get used to it, batters trying to get used to it, umps trying to get used to it.
No, just wait till Angel Hernandez epically fucks something up with the pitch clock. I can't wait for that.
Oh,
welcome to the first and second half of that episode.
Oh man, that's gonna be
Misadventures of Angel Hernandez.
The misadventures, pretty much. Oh, I can only imagine what screw up that's gonna be. Oh, I can only imagine. Maybe. Have you heard anything with the strike zone calls, like where they're the automated strike zone?
I don't think that's official until 2024. So we got one more season yet of Angel Hernandez and Joe West. So we're getting closer.
Yeah, I thought Joe West retired.
Did he retire?
I thought Joe West retired. Great, now I got to look
that
up.
I'm so used to him being awful. If he retired, I don't remember.
Joe West.
It's not my job to pay attention to Joe West.
Come on. His nickname was Cowboy Joe or Country Joe. And he is a former baseball umpire.
Oh, well, good riddance to bad garbage.
Well, he did 4 All-Star games, 6 World Series.
That's 6 more than Angel Hernandez. Sorry.
And a baseball classic.
I'm gonna just run that into the ground. Okay.
Now he did do a game against the Phillies, the 2009 World Series.
We don't talk about the 2009 World Series.
Just saying.
It's still a sore spot. More of a sore spot than last year's, because A-Rod's home run was a ground rule double. You're never going to convince me it wasn't. I know other Phillies fans who are there with me on it. But anyway.
It's okay, Jason. It's okay.
Are there more rule changes you want to discuss?
I think I'm good. Are you good?
Okay. I'm here. I'm doing all right. I'm going to have some more Fountain Mist. Caffeinate myself.
More special apple juice.
Oh, boy.
What? It's very special apple juice. Sour note?
It's all right.
I was gonna say the face you made was like almost like a bitter beer face.
Yeah, it's got a bit of an off taste to it at first.
An off taste. Like how off?
Well, I'll say this: it tastes better than the cola.
Gotcha.
Their cola was pretty awful. This tastes much better than that.
Ugh. I don't know. For me, it would have to be like I'd have to find something really, really good for me to stay with that. I'd have to
This
do a
is
lot
the
of
best
trial
thing
and
I've
error.
had so far, honestly.
For me,
I'm
it'd be a
hoping
lot
the
of trial
Pepsi
and error.
flavors are better. Their Dr. Pepper wasn't too bad.
Do they make a root beer?
They do. I haven't had that.
Mm.
Because it's one of those things where if it's bad, it's gonna break my heart because I love root beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I can't bring myself to eat deep fried Oreos.
No, so I'm a big fat fatty. We're all aware of that. That is like a hard line for me. I refuse to eat deep fried Oreos.
I'm the same way. I heard they're good, but I'm still a no because I'm afraid if I have it and I hate it, it will deter me from Oreos. And I love Oreos.
It's more I don't want to have it because it just seems like it's the absolute most fat person thing to eat, and I eat a lot of fat person food because I am fat. But that's like the line I won't cross is deep fried or anything like stupidly deep fried, like county fair deep fried. I'm not doing like deep fried butter. That's a no. Deep fried Kool-Aid. That's a no. Deep fried
ice cream.
Oreos. That's a no. Yeah. Deep fried Snickers bars. That's a no.
I was gonna say Snickers won.
A bloomin' onion, I'm listening. But like anything
Bloomin'
sweet
onion.
that's deep fried, that's a no.
Well, bloomin' onion is yeah. I mean, that's delicious.
It's a vegetable, man.
You're getting your vegetables in.
I'm not being serious. I hope no one's taking me serious on that. But no, deep fried sweet stuff, that's like a weird.
Yeah, that's
weird
not. Yeah, I'm the same way. I can't do it. I cannot do that type of stuff. You deep fry. I think somebody tried to deep fry a pickle.
No.
No.
Good.
I mean,
If I'm gonna go out with a cheeseburger in my hand, not a deep fried Oreo.
a double bacon cheeseburger.
Let me tell you, I had a fantastic burger a few weeks ago, and I was really surprised at how good it was.
Please share, because I love my
we'll talk
burgers.
about it off the air. We'll talk about it off the air.
Was it okay? Can you say at least if it was a heart attack burger or not?
Off the air, we'll talk about it.
So everybody got to stay in suspense.
They do.
So you good?
I'm good.
All right, and that's the end of the first half. We'll be right back.